Good evening, folks. My day so far, well, it's evening time. That kind of tells you a little bit. Just so, what can I say? No matter how early you get, you still always, the fight to get kids out on time to school and get everybody organised is ongoing. And then to be walking munchkin. So this video comes a little bit later today. All of the upheavals of getting back after school after midterm, which is all great, but then it kind of pushes out things. Had a site meeting today, client absolutely two of the nicest fellas you could ever meet, absolutely incredible, lovely guys. I had a feeling it was going to run on. Normally site meetings take about an hour, and this was about an hour and 45 minutes. Builder's a really good guy, two great clients. We're at early stage of demolitions, and so plus also as well there was excavations of foundations as well, so a lot going on there. Then after that I had to adjust the cost plan for a client. He had already gone through it. Also I then wrote an email along with it just explaining the variations and difference structurally, design wise, complexity, scope of work creep, the reality that cost plans can drift for compliance, structural issues, client finishes, combination of these things. Anything goes in the basket has to be paid, and fortunately inflation has to be accounted for as well. So then had a strategic get together with one contractor, and we're trying to place and negotiate a contract, and there's a huge amount of ambiguity, and sometimes people hide behind ambiguity, and they're asking us for clarity. And on a strategic point of view for the tendering side, all you can do at this stage is mirror back the same amount of ambiguity. People aren't being clear and transparent initially at tender stage, then there is often a reason why. So the best thing that I find to do is, it's nearly psychologically mirroring. You end up adopting the same strategy that the other side has. So I'm not quite sure sometimes what the intent is initially from the design team, even though I'm usually part of the design team, but it's hard to read what the actual intent is. Is it actually oblique and non-transparent on purpose, or is it trying to place risk on the contractor, which is fine, but is it trying to do it obliquely? So in those situations, as somebody who's working for a builder, which I only work for a few, usually work for clients, you mirror back the process and you continue it. But when I did the analysis of it's a restoration conservation project, we're actually bang on the money. So any reduction is actually futile, because it would damage the whole project, and there's no point in that. There's no point in doing work that's actually going to damage the whole project, and it's not going to be financially viable, because you're only going to jeopardize everybody to do work that is underpriced. So then I did a financial analysis report, and this is an important one, because this company is a growth company going from doing smaller projects to bigger projects, and they are in growth mode. So I really felt it was important to justify and to track their finances over the last 3-4 years. The 2025 reports aren't out on the CRO, so I analysed the last 5 years for this company, and was able to track their growth, and you can actually see they're a sound bet, but we'd never worked with them before. I knew other architects that did, but, well, and I also, another client who's worked with them speaks very highly, but still due diligence has to be done. So, and the report has to be written up. It's one thing to evaluate a tender, but that is the easy part. You have to evaluate the company. And then on a personal level, the client has to evaluate the actual owner of the company, and you also have to evaluate their structure. So tender analysis is only 1/4 of what actually makes the apple pie, because at the end of the day, the company's going to mirror the behaviours and attitude through a matrix, often unconscious, of the actual builder, owner, director, whatever language we put on the leader. The rest of the crew follows. So then I got a couple of emails about issues on site and keeping me in the loop. Then their kind of risk allocation and responsibility locations, and these things happen, and that's fine as long as they happen in a structured environment where responsibility and risk are actually allocated. And set a couple of emails in motion. I often schedule emails for first thing tomorrow morning rather than send them out now, just in case people activate, because you also need downtime. And this is one of my, well, it's not one of my, this is my evening gig. I get out and about and I walk along this beautiful road by a beautiful park. During the summer things change, because St. Enda's Park is opened up during the summer, so I'll try and get a loop in there, or I'll also do Marley as well. So this is my evening loop, just to get out and about. And what's unusual about this is, I was on the job site. It was very funny. A builder was trying to explain how come he wasn't on site, and he had the weather reports, and he started reading them out per bat. It was very funny. But what I didn't realise was, this is the worst weather since 1948. Even though there was other work he could be doing on site that wasn't weather exposed, and I can understand it. He doesn't want to leave some guys in jobs and only to do a little bit. But worst weather since 1948. And I think we're about over 60 days of continuous rain. You couldn't make it up. So I was out walking last night, and I was saying to myself, Jesus, I'm really not that clever. But I was saying to myself, there's something different tonight. And then I realised it was the first night in 60 days where it actually walked in good weather. Okay, thanks for listening to my rant. Just doing this tonight, this video, because it kind of encapsulates where I am as the evening moves on and the night gets darker. A little bit of late work tonight. Thanks, guys.